Let's take a look at another Bachmann locomotive. This one, you saw it running the mixed traffic special video I did just back in the summer. But let's have a closer look at it now. Well, like in a cab, and we'll unbox it. And as you can see, this is an Ivatt Class 4 Mogul. Ivatt 260. It says here, and yep, Ivatt Class 4, number 43047, BR lined black with light crest. Now, there's only one of these types of Moguls preserved, and that's number 43106 on the Severn Valley Railways. Fantastic loco. It's officially known as the Flying Pig. I love that name. They even I've seen a YouTube video where they even stuck like a little tiny model pig with wings just right at the front of the boiler. Really clever that. When I visited the Severn Valley Railway back in March last year, 2010, there were 3 locos running: Bradley Manor, a Prairie Tank, and 43106, the Flying Pig. I saw she passed us at Bewdley. Then when I was in the Highley Engine House, I saw her pull out of Highley Station on her way to Kidderminster. She had a derailment at one point, I think, something like that. I heard her tender derailed as she was pulling into Hampton Load. So I think we were looking at the picture when I was actually on the way to the railway in a railway magazine. It's a shame there's only one of these left, because it's a good design of loco. It mentions in here the successful use of the American S160 class locomotive. They do, in a way, do sort of remind me of that slightly. Sort of the upper style here, like the footplate. It slightly reminds me of the USA S160. Well, this part here by the front. It's got quite a little bit of an American look to it. It says here, well, just there, also earned the nickname Mucky Duck. They prove to be reliable locomotives. Yeah, because it says at the bottom here, but the last of these Moguls survived until the end of steam in 1968. Sadly, only number 43106 survived into preservation. A few extra bits in there. One of those had sadly broken in half, as you can see. I have to try and fix it back together, or buy some of spares. Let's get the tender out. They don't always want to come out, do they? There we go. Okay, well, I'll have a look at that in a second. Let's just see the loco. This is one of my best ones. I've hardly had any trouble with this one. Well, when had a few track problems. Well, dirt on the track, but she runs superb now. Just get her out. Whoops! The bit's coming out there. She's coming. She's coming. Ah, there we are. It's a DCC ready model, this as well. I don't know where a DCC jacket is. I'm not really interested, to be honest. Oh. There she is. She's pretty heavy. Beautiful detail. Oh, as we've seen about the because again it's one of those DCC ready ones just there. I've got quite a collection of DCC jackets in there, piled up, and also speaking of spare parts, like couplings as well. I've got a number of bags full of different Hornby and Bachmann couplings in there, well, stored behind the boxes somewhere. She was underneath this lot here. In there, they're all piled up. I pile them up nice and neat. Let's have a look at her. It's one of those couplings where on the tender, of course, you can either make it look more realistic with the second hole. Well, you know, for it to be close together. But if you wanted to go around a bit sharper curves, it'll have to be the first hole. But unfortunately, you see it just hooks in there, the little hook part right in the middle there. But unfortunately, I can't really. I've got a number of other locomotives like this with that type of coupling there, and since I use third and fourth radius curves, well, fourth especially, the less sharper one, well, the less sharper ones, yeah. I'm able to put the hole. I'm able to put the hole in the second one, right there. On, for example, locos like my 9F, and I've got a Great Western Hall class as well. There, they've got these same type of couplings. Oh, and Tornado as well. A number of my locos have this, but unfortunately, I keep having to use the first hole in this one, because if I put it in the second one, it's kind of annoying. This part, this sticking out part here of the tender, well, it's like a tender roof, provides good protection from the weather in real life, of course, but it seems to get caught or so like keep touching or scraping against the top of the cab there, and it makes quite it can get around the curves, but it makes quite an annoying noise, and I'm not sure if it sometimes can just sort of push it down slightly. It's hard to explain, but it'd be a lot more realistic if we got it again in the second hole. But anyway, let's have a look in a cab. It's fairly good detail. Oh, I was going to say 43106 on the Severn Valley only returned to Steam just about 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, 2009. There's a clip of her on YouTube of her running out. Pretty sure she did her last run. Pretty sure it was about 1988. She was out of service for what's that? Yeah, 21 years. You know, when I saw a picture on the Severn Valley local rolling stock website, something like that, when I saw a picture of 43106 looking sort of like this, just without her line and numbers on, it said 43106 edging nearer to completion, I was really pleased. It's got good wheels, huge cylinders as well. Bachmann's done a good job with this. It's a beautiful model. Have a look underneath. It's a little hair in there. I'll get that out. The wheels, they don't look too bad. Might need a little bit of a clean. She might need a bit of a might need a bit of lubrication as well. It's beautiful, this. So again, you know, of course, there was the LMS Ivatt 2MT. This is the LMS Ivatt 4MT. I think, like the 2MTs are the lighter ones, like on the Severn Valley 46443. Have been pulled. I was pulled by that one when I visited the SVR in 2006. And it's in fact my favourite railway, the Severn Valley. And I'm glad that the only preserved one of these Moguls lives on there. However, she was visiting the North Norfolk Railway for a gala quite recently. Just bring her up here, have a look at her on this side. So cab's quite good and fairly detailed, just something falling off. Wheels look great. Well done, Bachmann. That's a fantastic loco you've got here. Just have a quick look at a tender. So the coal. Should plenty of coal as well, because the female models, for example, like that box over there is Southern N-Class Mogul 1406. That one's practically empty. I don't know whether they do some full and some practical. Well, however, my Green Arrow model, you'll know this already, it can be both. Got a little, I think some Hummer models are like that, where the coal can actually come out, but my Green Arrow model has a tiny bit of coal underneath the part like this, what you can take out, so it looks like she's low on coal. Very, very clever, that. So again, you've seen her running before. You'll definitely see her running again one day. She's a good runner. So that's Bachmann's LMS Ivatt 260 Mogul.